How do I keep my hybrid split whilst I'm on holiday, do you ask? Let me tell you. So I'm currently doing a warm-up for another tempo run this week, and yeah, I just wanted to have a talk with you guys about how I kind of keep my hybrid split going even when I'm like on holiday, or you know, I just have things going on and my normal routine might be a bit off. So my current split is 3 strength training sessions, 2 full body, 1 legs and core, and then 1 mobility session. So 4 of those in total. And then per week I do 5 runs. So we've got 2 easy runs, 1 tempo run, 1 interval run, and then 1 long run. So 5 in total. So obviously quite busy schedule. So what I tend to do is I have a few days, 1 or 2 days a week, where I do double workout days. So I kind of pair a strength session with an easy run, for example. I tend not to do a strength session and then like an interval run, because intervals are kind of intense, you need the energy for it. So I tend not to do that, and that is basically my split for the week. So obviously it's quite intense. You can definitely build this up, by the way. You don't have to immediately start off like this, you can build your way up to it. But yeah, so some days I aim for 1 a week, but sometimes it needs to be 2, where I do a gym session and then an easy run, and that's basically my double workout day. Usually I've got it on a Wednesday, and then sometimes if I don't get my gym sessions in during the week, I've got one on the weekend as well, but it just really depends. But what I won't do is pair my strength sessions with a tempo run or intervals or a long run, because for those runs I do need the energy. So yeah, that's basically how I do it. On Thursdays I tend to do my mobility, which is very low intensity. Not really, I don't really tend to see it as a strength session, but more like a mobility session, very low key. So that I do and mix with the intervals. So yeah, 2 workout days where I do double workouts, because obviously intervals are higher intensity. I pair it with a lower intensity session. So that's kind of how I do it. Obviously it takes quite a bit of time. You need the time, you need to make the time. I'm very busy, but you know, I prioritise this a lot, so that's how I can kind of like keep this up. So in terms of when I'm on holiday currently for like a week's time. I'm definitely slacking in a sense that I haven't done all my sessions this week or last week, but that is fine. I think when it comes down to holidays, this is kind of what you need to remember. You're on holiday, you need to be present in the moment with people. I'm visiting family at the moment, so I need to be present with them. That takes priority number 1. So if I'm not present with them, that's when things start to go wrong. So I definitely sacrifice a session here and there to make sure that I'm present with them, and to make sure that kind of like our planning aligns with what we're doing that day. Having said that, I try to get my runs over with in the mornings, just because my family likes to lie in a bit. We're talking like 9-10 a.m. So I like to just go on a run in the morning, get it out of the way. Having said that, it is now like 12:30 and I'm going on a run now, but I've got nothing on for the rest of the day, so it's fine. By the way, don't focus on this massive pimple on my chin. It's just what it is. In terms of gym sessions, I know I'm going to be there for like at least an hour to an hour and a half, so I'm trying to kind of, I don't know, plan it in as I go a little bit more than what I would usually do. Obviously your routine is very much different to what it normally is, so you might not really be able to kind of have that like usual routine, right? You need to be a little bit more day by day, which is fine for me, but it can be a bit difficult if you're not really used to a routine yet. So that's what I'm saying, build it up first, do what you can, and that is all you can do, you know? I'm not gonna like sit here and give myself a hard time if I've missed a run or if I've missed a strength training session. So for example, last week we traveled on Friday. So traveled 9 hours on Friday. Obviously I didn't do anything that day. Normally that would be my gym session. I just sacrificed it because there was no other way really in the week that I could have done it, because I like to have at least 1 day's rest in between the gym sessions. So I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then that's kind of like my gym split. So I just couldn't do it really, so I just left it. I also had a few runs that kind of sacrificed throughout the week because I was so busy just kind of like working, doing more work, and then catching up on work, and then packing and everything else. Like I was really busy, so I ended up kind of sacrificing one of my easy runs, which again is fine. Like, sure, you know, I'm prioritizing this, I'm training for a race, but also I'm thinking if I want to sacrifice a run, I sacrifice my easy run, because that means that I can still have 4 runs a week where I'm training hard towards that race. So if you want to sacrifice a run, sacrifice your easy run. If you want to sacrifice a gym session and you're doing, like, let's say 2 full body days and 1 legs and core, in my case, I'm sacrificing my legs and core session, because that means that I'm still training my whole body twice a week, which is optimal for results for muscle building. So I'm still doing that, and I'm just sacrificing an extra day of legs, which is fine, you know, absolutely fine. I actually ended up doing 1 gym session last week, which again, I'm not going to give myself a hard time over it. You know, I got her on Friday, and Saturday and Sunday just consisted of seeing family and stuff. So I just wanted to be really present with them for the first 2 days. And so I just decided, you know what, I'm going to just make sure I get that out of the way first, and then next week, once we settle into a rhythm here, I can kind of see what I want to do. And then we had like a massive thunderstorm on one of the nights, which ended up being really difficult to sleep with, because we were literally in a tent and we had a car, so we were just sitting in the car for like 3 hours whilst we watched this thunderstorm go literally above us. Most scared I've been in my life, but hey ho, obviously didn't really get much sleep that night at all, which is fine again, but that did mean that like the next day I was a bit more tired. I still did my long run, but I did it later in the day because I kind of wanted to see how I felt, and I really wanted to listen to my body that day. So I did, and I still went on a run, and it was great. But I'm just saying, you know, like, kind of take it day by day. You're going to be out of your routine. You might get less sleep, like, you know, you might feel a bit less energized. So like really listen to your body on a day by day basis and kind of assess, you know, am I okay going on this run now, or like doing a gym session. I hope you can hear me over the wind, by the way. It is a bit windy out here. I think that's kind of like the key takeaways is 1, listen to your body, assess it day by day. 2, if you do want to sacrifice a gym session or a run session, do like an easy run, sacrifice an easy run, sacrifice a gym session that is not full body. Or if you tend to have a split, just kind of focus on 2 full body days and just that's it. So you can do it that way. And yeah, just have fun, like be present, be in the moment, because you know what I didn't want to do is to really focus on gym and runs and everything and not be present, and then you go home and you're like, I missed everything, you know. That's something I didn't want to do, so I'm very glad I didn't do that. And I'm still making time for me, you know, this is my self-care time, and that way, you know, I can still kind of be with them and stuff, but I can also be with myself and go on a run or do a gym session or whatever. It helps that I have a car and I can drive places, so I can drive to the gym, you know. But yeah, it really just helps that way, and I think that's kind of like the key thing here, I think, is to think about what your priorities are and to make a balance, make a new balance. This is all literally what I tell all of my online clients that I have. I have a few online coaching spaces available, by the way, if you want to get in touch with me about your goals and we can discuss. But basically I tell them, like, it's literally about building a solid routine that you can keep up, but also one that you can adapt as you go on. That's the main thing, and the most important thing is building a solid foundation and being quick to adapt that foundation if a life change happens or an event, you know, any changes that can impact that routine. This is a lot hillier than I thought it would be. I'm taking another route. Oh my God, there's a massive hill coming up. All right, it's quite nice out here and the nature is lovely. I'm gonna leave it here, you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.